Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here. So I had a person in the comments of my Koala deck ask for some strategies for the deck, and there's not much to it. It's very simple. You just try to get out one of these two. That's for the most part the whole plan. So also I realized that I forgot to put in one Mrs. Radiant, and I don't have it on me at the moment, so I'm gonna replace it temporarily with this card, Set Sail for the Kingdom. So yeah, I would take out one of the Ronin raccoons for Mrs. Radiant. You only need one. If anything, you could take out two Ronin raccoons and replace it with two Mrs. Radiant, because it's better than having two Ronin raccoons. But yeah, so you're going to start off with Obedient Schooled to get out Tree Otter, Sea Koala, and one of these two. So if you happen to have either King of the Swamp or Polymerization, you can go and you can either pitch your King of the Swamp to get your poly, or just use your poly and fuse these two to summon Koala. And with your extra monster, either one on the field, if you happen to have another level 2 monster, my bad, I'm sorry, I messed up. So first, if you happen to have another level 2 monster, for example, you have that on the field, and you can normal summon your other one. You can go into Mrs. Radiant, and then you can fuse and go into your Koala. That's one card gets 3. It's one card. That's 3 cards total. So you've still got some extra cards to set up with. If you have more beasts, you can use this effect to destroy a monster on the field if you want to. Also, one of the preferential things to have is either a King of the Swamp. Where did I put it? I'm not sure where I put it. Anyway, you can pitch the King of the Swamp, get your poly, and you can summon, oh, here it is. And you can fuse I swear I had the cards on me. Okay. And you can fuse your Big Koala or Des Kangaroo to the poly to get your Master of Oz. That is generally what you're trying to do. But if you're good enough to open up with Obedient School, who knows, maybe you have King of the Swamp and a poly, or that's actually a good point too. If you have a King of the Swamp, a poly, and a Big Koala, you can fuse straight into your Master of Oz, because it's treated as any kind of monster, any kind of fusion material with a specific name. So yeah, that's for the most part all you're trying to do. You're trying to get out your Koala and your Master of Oz. Sorry, I'm not at my desk like I usually am. I'm elsewhere. So also, another fun thing to do, if you have your Mrs. Radiant, or if you bring back for one of these from the grave with like Call of the Haunted or Azure, you can Xyz summon for a Ronin raccoon and have a Master of Oz or something like that, and then you can detach a material, and you can get a token, and it'll copy the attack of your strongest monster on the field or your opponent's strongest monster on the field, whoever has the strongest one. And he's a 4,200, so that means you'll have two 4,200 beat sticks. And because there's another monster on the field, this one can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, you can get out some beat sticks. That's really all this deck revolves around. It's really fun using these because you can have your tree otter out, and then you can have your Monster of Oz, summon your Ronin Raccoon, bring out your tree otter, use your tree otter's effect, increase Master of Oz's attack by 1,000. He'll be 5,200. Then use his effect. Then you get your token, and then this one becomes a permanent 5,200. And that's it's just really fun. I don't know. It's all about the beat sticks for this one. There's nothing too crazy. Or you can also use your Sea Koala. If your opponent happens to have the strongest monster, you can like use your Ronin Raccoon, copy their strongest monster, bring out your Sea Koala, and then use its effect to make your opponent's monster become 0, and this still has the attack of the previous attack it had. Let's say it's like Blue Eyes or something. You summon it, you get your 3,000 beater, then you get your Sea Koala, turn that Blue Eyes to 0 attack. Even it's able to beat over that. But generally you'll want your Sea Koala to be in defense because it only has 100 attack. So, yeah, there's not much explanation necessary for this deck. It's pretty straightforward, easy to do. So yeah, that's it for the koalas. So yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. I have 100+ decks, so there's going to be a lot of fun content coming your guys' way. And yeah, make sure to have fun.